Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg, episode 377. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, so we're playing a little bit more of Paladins today. And yeah, I gotta be honest, shockingly, and I do say and mean shockingly, I have played more Paladins this week than Final Fantasy XIV. Now, part of that has been the login issues, but I think mostly, like, that was just, like, the initial thing. Is just initially, the opening weekend, I just couldn't log on almost at all. And that led me to trying out Paladins, and then I just got kind of really into Paladins, and here we are. But yeah, I've just really been enjoying it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's, like, an incredible game, like, why are not more people playing this? This is top tier esports gaming. I mean, by and large, like, Overwatch is the superior game. It's just, when you play Overwatch, like, every day, which I have now, with some friends, like, I would say, like, 4 or 5 nights a week, for the last year, give or take. And they haven't introduced any new characters, any new maps, nothing like that. Trying out Paladins at this point is basically just like Overwatch 2. So it's just been kind of fun to just give Overwatch 2 a try. I mean, all in all, this is probably more appealing than Overwatch 2 will be, but, you know, we'll see if that ever comes out. Anywho, this week, boy oh boy. Also, yeah, Paladins has Amelia Watson as an announcer voice, and that pretty much just cinches it, really. I mean, nothing's gonna top that.
Customize your champion.
Yeah, so this week on this channel, it was a jumble, as I said, just a slapdash jumble of Cataclysm, of Castlevania, and of Final Fantasy XIV.
The spirits join me.
That will continue throughout this week. Pretty much that same setup. I mean, we're going to be doing Final Fantasy XIV for ages. I mean, this is like a big-ass major RPG, really. I mean, they said it's like the length of a full single-player RPG. So, expect plenty of parts. I wouldn't be shocked if it's like 50. But we'll see about that.
It's nice to feel the sunshine yet again.
So that's good. That's good.
Now, I just look ridiculous.
Didn't even know about the Amelia Watson thing. Oh, yeah. And it's funny, like, my friends that I introduced to this game, that don't know anything about VTubers, they're all, like, in their 40s. Even they, once they unlocked the Amelia Watson voice, they flipped it on. They're just like, wow, this is a cute voice. It's like, of course it is.
I'll get there eventually.
4, 3.
So that was a really good collaboration on their part. Because, yeah, like I said, I would not have tried Paladins had not it been for that.
with that.
Your backside is being attacked. You've done your duty well.
Wow, a Talus. That's the first Talus I've ever seen in a game. So yeah, pretty much same old then going into next week.
You might be worthy of the pyre. Now you see my bite. I'll tear you limb from limb. Thank you, healer.
Damn it. Damn it. Yeah. The variety stream this week was Paladins, of course. It won't be Paladins next week, don't worry. Do not worry about that. That's what we call a wasted ultimate. Yeah, right, yeah, and then 2 Brothers Play, we continued Valheim. We spent a chunk of the stream last night talking about next week, which is our last stream before Christmas, because Christmas does fall on a Saturday.
Hold them fast.
Not like I was trying to protect you or anything. You've done your duty well.
Nope. And so there was discussions of like, there aren't any good Christmas games. We had a whole discussion about that because no one's gonna spend a lot of effort in making a good game just based around Christmas.
I'm still an awesome sport. Gather round.
We had said like playing Overwatch because they usually like redecorate every map for the holidays, or doing like some sort of NES sort of compilation thing or SNES with every like winter themed level, and we just flip through all of them, but I don't know how long that would really take us. Playing Final Fantasy 14, but only doing like ice themed dungeons and trials.
This is what I get for branching out. Hold them fast.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. You reckless. They're attacking from above.
Or just saying screw it, we don't need a Christmas special and just playing more Valheim. I mean, I don't know. We asked multiple times if anyone cared. Got no response, so sounds like no one really cares. So
That looks quite nice.
have I read The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan? No, I have not.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
I'm struggling with the reading lately.
5,
I don't know. I just never
2, 1.
just don't feel any like strong urge to sit down and read books, which is a bummer. I mean, obviously I do plenty of reading with, like, SCP stuff, but books, it's been tricky of late. I tend to get exhausted after seeing Christmas things over and over. So, you're saying who needs a Christmas special? Just live your life. I can appreciate that. God damn it. I really struggle with healers in this game. I tend to just get flanked the shit out of me every single game. And I don't know what to do about it. God damn it. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll make a decision about what to do next Saturday. And that's, I guess, where it's at for this week. Over on the Exploring series, Jesus. Jesus. Over on the Exploring series, I put out Lord Blackwood in the city of Amman, Iran. Didn't get overwhelming numbers of views, but it exists. Tomorrow's video was going to be SCP-001, a money realm. But as I continued to work on it, realized that it was going to end up being a 2-hour-long video. And there are multiple reasons why it would be better for me to release 2 1-hour videos compared to 1 2-hour video. So that's what it ended up becoming. So tomorrow will be a Money ROM Part 1. Right around. Just right around an hour, I think. Little over.
30 seconds remaining.
And I didn't even really feel bad about separating the 2 parts because less stress on my part and
15 seconds remaining.
I don't have to compromise anything.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Overall, it should just be good. And then eventually, like a month from now, when I need another break, I can just release the whole A Money ROM saga with both parts, plus the Lord Blackwood tale in the middle of it. So that's good.
As if that would stop me.
a new knot.
So that's all that. So last week I mentioned that
Capture points.
I wouldn't mind finishing up my Final Fantasy VI little mini-series.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For Christmas. It's a two-part thing that I started however many months ago. Fuck. Couldn't get the ult off. So this week, since I hadn't looked at it in a little while, decided to pop it up. And I couldn't find the text files for the script. I looked where I thought they were. I looked where they didn't think they would be, but, you know, they might. I looked all over the place, and I could not find it. And then, I realized that I had somewhat recently reformatted my computer, my main hard drive. And I was like, I can't believe that I would store it on my main hard drive. It's very unlike me, but I can't find it. So I tried getting, like, hard drive recovery software and stuff like that, and running scans and shit. They couldn't find anything, and I'm just like, wow, this is pretty shitty. I'm not gonna rewrite it, as it was just like, we're talking like an hour and 45 minutes of script, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit here and rewrite it, at least not before Christmas. So I was pretty bummed. And then I re-looked back in another folder where I thought it was going to be originally, and I found it. I just titled it kind of oddly.
Let's fight! Watch your back! Don't go to war if you can't pay the cost.
So all is well. All is well. That's the conclusion. And I did finish up the whole script, so it's all done. And I recorded the first half of it, so the ball is rolling on the story of Final Fantasy VI. And it should be pretty good. I mean, it's a little passion project.
It's just a enemy killing spree.
So it is very much on track, I guess, to finish for Christmas. I hope people like it. God damn it!
Challenge me.
I don't know why I picked Grover. I only play Grover because it's Amelia Watson's favorite. It's not a good reason. God.
Enemy double.
Yeah, so that's all that. That's all that. That's where that's at.
Time for more fun.
I got in my copy of Kingdom Death Monster this week, finally, after many months of being on back order. Finally arrived. And it is a daunting chest of goodies. There is a lot in there. Many, many cards and boards and sheets. And of course, the minis, which are not pre-assembled.
4,
They come on sprues, like old school minis. And you have to assemble them yourself with glue.
Let them steal the point from us. Stones vanish. Idiot.
I just don't know what I can do to avoid that sort of flank. Like, I was in the mix of, like, all the tanks and everything, and it's still, he just guns the shit out of me. I don't know what to do. Oh, and then this nonsense happens. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's pleasant. We are going to lose this game. Oh, that was a good ult right there, I think. That was a clutch ult right there. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon.
it's overtime.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. That ult. Over 100k healing, I can always live with that. Maybe Grover wasn't the worst pick, I guess. Amelia Watson knows her shit. Anyways, so yeah, you gotta assemble it with glue and, like, plastic clippers and, like, time and effort. And, this is a big, like, part of the Kingdom Death experience, is putting together the miniatures. I don't really have much interest at all in that, to be honest. I'm not really into any sort of arts and crafts of practically any kind. That's not what I'm about. Especially, like, fine detail work. I mean, if it's like arts and crafts where you have, like, a giant canvas and you're throwing paint on it, sure, I could probably do that. But, like, fine miniature work with my big sausage fingers and oh boy, I don't know. So I think there are services. What's TDM? So let's just play as Zin.
Customize your champion.
There are services, I think, that you can ship out your miniatures to, and they'll assemble it, but it's not going to be cheap. And I have to ship it out, wait, and all that, blah, 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 blah. I don't have any friends, not a single one that is interested in anything like that. So that I couldn't even pay them to do it. So what it comes down to then is either just using, like, Legos instead, which is really a bummer, and I don't want to do that, or doing it myself. And I guess I'm going to try doing it myself.
Systems are quite malicious, but do not fret. and present.
We could do it as a variety stream, I guess. I just sit here with my webcam pointed at my hands as we just assemble all these little minis.
3.
I don't know if anyone would be interested in that.
And so it begins. The battle is about to begin.
Mandatory state. One like
That was good. Ooh, heals. Gotcha, bitch.
Double kill.
deployed.
Nice.
Triple kill. 5 in a row.
I love when Ame congratulates me for my triple kill.
Our enemies draw near.
You have all these Warhammer models you need to paint, but you're scared that my fat ass fingers will mess it up. Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Let them sail the sky. Death is a transitory state. One
Fuck! For me, it wasn't even... I mean, I have tried painting minis. I got the whole paint set. I got everything. I was like, bought all the good stuff. I just didn't enjoy it. It was the thing. Like, let alone being good at it. I don't think assembly is nearly as rough as fuck, I didn't have billow. I don't think it's nearly as bad as painting. But it's still not something I'm super excited about doing. But maybe we'll do it for a variety stream just for shits and giggles. Probably buy some items.
I die with hammer in hand.
Just as all. Damn it, missed my all.
I return to the shadows. Step into the light. And perish.
We're still, our group is currently playing through a campaign of Arcadia Quest Inferno, which has been, pretty fun. I think it might just be me. You know, it's hard to say. But it feels kind of like that game gets less fun the further into a campaign you go. Because people's, like, strength and power level, you know, in general just continues to rocket up. And people become, like, harder and harder to kill because people start stacking defense, and suddenly you're rolling, like, 9 dice for your armor, and it's just like, oh, God. It's still pretty good, but yeah, I mean, the first few...
Blink, you'll miss it. Someone's got a pair.
Gotcha, bitch. So we only have like a couple more weeks for Arcadia Quest, and then it'll be Christmas. So I don't. insane. And going into the new year, Ziggy is excited about doing
Victory!
the getting back into RPGs. He kickstarted the new edition of the One Ring Middle-earth RPG. He's excited to get into that, but I don't know when exactly that will happen. And so our general core group right now is 4 people, which is perfect for Kingdom Death. So, I don't know. We either are going to get right into Kingdom Death after Arcadia Quest, or it might be God knows how long before I get to play it. So, one of the two. Yeah. So that's where that's all at. I guess that's about it. Oh, I got some commendations. That was good. Yeah, I like Zin. That's a good character. Yeah, so I guess that'll wrap us up. I would like to get back into RPGs, though, because then we can get Hanging with Mangs back up to 1 hour plus, as I summarize all our RPG sessions. Oh, so if you may recall, if you watched my house tour video, I was putting a LAN room into my house, and I did. It did get finished. Technically only 5 computers with 6 desks, because I didn't want to go for the 6th computer when I just have a gaming laptop that I could hook up there. So yeah, it's all done. It just sits there dusty and unused, because having a LAN room in your house is something that, like, a 14-year-old would think is awesome. And something a group of 14-year-olds would think is awesome and would use every day of summer vacation. That's that. Whereas when you have a group of friends in their 30s, turns out to be not quite so awesome. Awesome in theory, on paper, but not so awesome in practice, because once you have children and full-time jobs and obligations and spouses and so on and so on and so on, something like that never gets used. So yeah. It was a pipe dream. It was a pipe dream that I brought into realization, but I alone cannot utilize a LAN room. So it's just kind of a bummer. So yeah, I'm going to dismantle the LAN room. 2 of those computers are going to be used for Two Brothers Play. Probably use one for my work computer instead of my laptop. And then I'll just leave 2 in some other room just in case someone wants to check their email. I don't know. Just have a couple sitting around. And then I'm going to convert that room into something else. The leading plan in my mind right now is just turn it into like a general gaming lounge with like a big TV, a bunch of consoles all hooked up, like N64, GameCube, you know, a Raspberry Pi with like NES and SNES, whatever, you know, just plenty of console options. And then just like 4 seats of some kind. And then, you know, if anyone wants to sit, you know, like kids come over, just have like Mario Kart sitting there turned on. No fuss, no muss. You just pick up a controller and you play some Mario Kart. I mean, it's far more approachable than having a whole LAN room, computers you got to turn on and blah, 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 you know. So that's my leading plan right now. Otherwise, you could just throw like an ice hockey table in there, or just have it as like a sitting room. I don't know. But yeah, having just like a general 4-player gaming lounge spot sounds kind of nice. But it's a bummer. And honestly, I don't even know how much that'll get used, but seems more likely to be used in a LAN room. So it was a nice pipe dream. And if all my friends were YouTubers, and they could just come over all the time and just hang out, that would be great, but that's not the case. So, alrighty then. Yeah. This week we have Cataclysm, Final Fantasy XIV, Symphony of the Night, continuing. Variety stream on Wednesday. Could be Kingdom Death Miniature Assembly. We'll see. I mean, I'll decide like on Wednesday if that's something I actually want to do. Some sort of variety stream next Saturday. We will decide. Might just be more Valheim. SCP-001 A Money ROM Part 1 tomorrow over on the Exploring series. And that'll about do us. So my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. See you fine folks next week.